Hi, today we're gonna make bulk sourdough. So I have my starter ready to go. I have 2 bulk bins, and basically when you want to make bulk, you just multiply everything to however many loaves you want. I make it like a little bit bigger so that I have a little bit extra at the end just in case. When I fill the bulk containers, I like to do the water first and then the starter, because if not, then the starter kind of gets stuck to the bottom. If you do the water first, then the starter kind of floats and it's easier to mix. And then I already pre-measure the flour and the salt together. So then I put those in after, and then that's when I start mixing. And when I mix, I first start with a spoon to kind of just spread it out, get it a little more evenly distributed. And then I get in there with my hands and get a real arm workout. I don't know, honey. Done to try to get the most of everything off of the sides. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes open, so you don't have to do it for the 30 minutes. So I do the first one for 20 minutes, and then after I do the next 3 every 15 minutes. Take the lids off and do the stretch and folds. When you do the stretch and folds for the bulk bins, you're going to do a coil fold. So first you pull the sourdough away from the top part, and then you pull it away from the sides, and then you do your coil folds. Then once you do kind of like the first half, and then you turn the tub around, and you'll do it all over again. And then you'll turn it to the side and do the sides. Another 15 minutes have passed. Let's start with the one we've been doing first this whole time, and we're just doing the same thing over again. And you can see it's getting firmer and harder to pull. It's not like the liquid goopy mess to start with. time it's the fourth one that I make super tight. To be honest, you can judge for yourself, but if they get this tight, you don't always necessarily need to do a fourth stretch and fold. I feel in these bulk bins, they get tighter faster. So waiting the fold 2 hours and doing 30-minute stretch and folds is kind of just a waste of your time. Leave that there. And then we'll put the lids on. Alright, so 15 minutes past. This is the last stretch and fold. So you'll see the texture's getting even like firmer now. See the pull. Hands wet and do the second one. Want to make sure that your hands are wet. At this stage, it doesn't really matter because it's so firm, but the beginning stages,
what
like the
firm
first,
even mean?
just like look, that stretch. Oh yeah. Because at the beginning stages, it's kind of just like a goopy mess, and it just gets really sticky all over your hands. At this point, you might get a little bit on your hands, but it's not too sticky and it's easy to wash off. Okay, and then after I finish these will spread out again. In this, where I'm at in Texas, it's hot and humid right now. It's the summer, so I will give this probably 3 hours to bulk rise, or bulk ferment and rise, and then ferment. In the winter months, you need to give it like 4 to 6 hours, depending on temperature. And then we'll put the lids on and we'll check again in 3 hours.